Yeah, good evening, everyone. Everyone is able to hear me? Just 1 minute. Yeah, just 1 minute. Waiting for others to join. So, all right then. So, just 1 minute. So, yesterday, what we have talked? Yesterday, what we discussed? Just recap. What we discussed yesterday? Mock it up. Okay. No, I'm not sharing my screen. Without sharing my screen, I'm asking you the question. Yesterday, what we discussed? See, just an answer to the questions that I asked actually. Screen visible, not that will tell later actually. Because if I show the screen, you'll be seeing, right? So what we discussed yesterday. Okay. Today is your first session. Okay. Very good. Very good. I am just seeing creating market object, market real behavior, correct. With market method, real method difference, correct. Very good. I see some people are answering good, correct answers. We discussed an example on market method and object. Okay, very good. Fine. Okay, now I'll share my screen. See, every day I'll recap like this. Very good. All right. So now, so now we'll see one more program. Okay, so we'll see one more program. So what I'll do is, what is the purpose of Marketo? When we started, we have to avoid from our JUnit test class, we should avoid calling the DB database logic, because if we call that, the test data will be inserted in the database. So that is the purpose we studied Marketo. Now we are going to see that kind of example. Okay. So what I'll do is, I'll create one Marketo demo project. This I'm not explaining again because you already know this. Anyway, I'll be, when I tell Maven, I'll explain you again. Marketo demo 2. So let me know in form.xml. I'll just copy these dependencies. Right. So what I'll do, I'll just say properties, Java build path. Okay. So Now what I'll do, I'll create one student object. So new class, one student class. So I create one student class. So in this, I give properties as student ID, right? Next, I'll say first name. Next, last name. Then I'll say email. Okay, these are the properties of student. So what I'll do, I'll generate setters and getters source. So I told you one day, what is the use of private methods and public methods, right? Sorry, private properties and public methods. So what is the use I told already, right? So let me now create one class called student DA. Okay. So what I'll be doing is in this, I will write a method that adds student data in the student table. Okay, in database. Okay. So this is so now what I'll do now, everyone knows JDBC. I think this batch is for full stack Java people. Everyone knows JDBC, right? Right. So I'm going to now write the JDBC code. So what I'll do is private connection is equal to null. So I'm going to say public student DAO. Okay, I'm going to now. Okay, so I'm going to load driver class. So what I'm going to do, class dot for name of com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Right, catch exception ex dot print stack trace. I am going to do this. Load driver class. This one. So this is the constructor of the class. Okay, constructor of the class. Right? Right. So this is the driver class for the JDBC connectivity. Now I'm going to now create a method. I'm going to write a method that adds student data in the student table in database. So what I'll do now, so I'll say public int add student, right? I'll say student. right? And here I'll say prepared statement PSTMT equal to, okay, and I'll say int, I'll say records added equal to 0. See, what is prepared statement? You know, right? So prepared statement is used to, it is used to execute SQL statements. It's used to execute SQL statements. So what I'll be doing, you know, I'll say, first I'll create a connection object. So what I'll do, I'll create a connection object, connection equal to, here I'll declare connection equal to driver manager dot get connection. Okay, I'll give my JDBC URL, JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost 3306 / student DB, right? Then I'll say root secret. So this is my, so this is my database URL. This is my database name. This is the user ID, password. So this is connection object, creating connection object, right? So this is creating connection object. This is MySQL. I'm using MySQL database. Now from connection object, create. So create prepared statement object. So from connection object, create prepared statement object. So what I'll do, PSTMT is equal to connection dot prepared statement. I'll just insert into student values question mark. See, how many attributes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then I'll say PSTMT dot set int of 1 comma student dot get student ID. PSTMT dot set string of 2 comma. So this is student dot get first name. PSTMT. What is this 1, 2 indicates? This indicates this is first question mark. I'll tell you. Okay, first let me complete this. Those who are new to JDBs, I'll tell you this. Let me complete this program. For student dot get last name dot set string of 4 comma student dot get email. Then I'll say PSTMT dot execute update. Okay, so I'll add say records added. Okay, records added equal to. So this one I'll say catch exception EX. So this will execute the query. execute update will SQL query or SQL statement, insert statement, insert or update or delete statement. Okay. So what I'll do now? Now here I'll say finally what is it? Finally I'll say try if prepared statement not equals null dot close, right? If connection not equals null, connection dot close, right? Then I'll say catch exception ex dot print stack trace. Then I'll say return records added. So records added will give how many records got accepted. Suppose if the record is added successfully, you'll get record added as 1. Then this one. In this thing. This is the brace for this. This is the brace. Okay, fine. Correct on something Eclipse is showing. See, now let me complete this program. I'll tell you. What I'll do now, I'll create one service class here. New class student service. And here I'll say private student DAO. Right? Then I'll say public student service of student DAO. Then I'll say this dot
Recording in progress.
in this passing DAO object. student DO object, right? So now what I'll say, student return student DAO dot add student of student. That's all. That's all. Now what I'll do, I'll explain. Now from my main program, what I do, I create student DAO, right? Equal to new student DAO. Right? I create student service is equal to new student service of student DAO. Then I'll say service dot add student of. I'll create one student object. Student equal to new student. Which student I can pass from yours? I'll just pass one sincere student who always responds to my questions. Okay, Ravikiran. So add student. What I'll say, student dot set first name Ravikiran. Ravikiran is a student who responds to my every message. Who listens is there. I mean, everyone also will listen, but I'm just putting like this. Ravikiran. Then I'll say student dot add student of student. Okay. I'll add some more students. I have so many students. I'll add. Don't worry, I'll add. Okay, so what will happen now? Now I'll say now so this is my main class, right? This is my main class. So now when I call this main class, what is happening? A student DAO object is getting created. And this student DAO is passed here. So a student service is getting created, right? And I'm creating a student object here. And then setting some, okay, I think I have to add so many there. First name, last name, student ID, email also is there. Okay. Student dot set student ID. Okay, let me open the data. I already have the database. Student DB. So student DB. And show tables. So select star from student. Okay. These people are my sincere students in my old batches. So now I will add now I'll add 450. Hope this batch will get still more sincere students. Okay, I'll just check. Then I'll say student dot set email ravi@some test.com. This is a email. Right. So what I'll do now? Let me do once again. So this is my main method. So this is my main method. Right. So this is my method. And so what I'm doing now. So this is creating a student DAO object. Right. A student DAO object is created. Now this object is passed here. So that means a student service class. So what is your student service class? Okay, let me do one. Let me write once again. Let me create student DAO. So this is the student DAO, right? This is a student DAO, right? And then so when the student DAO is created, this constructor gets called. So when this object is getting created, this is the constructor. So first step, this one. So this is the first step. So what will happen in this constructor? This driver gets loaded. So MySQL driver gets loaded. Right. Now, so when this constructor is called, this constructor is called and this gets loaded. Now I'll just say student service. Now I'm having a student service like this. So what the student service will have is when student service, this constructor getting called. So this is taking student DAO object. That means this is called. So this object, what is this object? This one. So this object is passed here. That means your student service is taking student DAO object. Okay. So student service, or you can say student DAO object is passed to student service object. Student service. Right. So next is the student object is created and I'm setting some data in the student object and calling add student of service class. So what is your add student of service class? This one. Okay, so this is your add student of service class. Right? So this is add student of service class. So what will happen now? This method gets called. And I'm passing the student object. That means this object. Now what this method is doing, it is calling the DAO class add student. That means this is my service class. So this is my service class. Service class is calling the DAO class. What is a DAO class? So DAO class is data access object class. So that means data access object, nothing but it contains, this class contains all the JDBC logic. All the DB operations, all the logic this class contains. Now service class is calling this class. Now what is this add student method? Now let us take that. This is the add student method, right? So this is the add student method. Right? That means this method gets called. So in this method, what we are doing, first we are creating the prepared statement to execute SQL statements. And then we are creating a connection object. That means we need a connection from our program to connect to the database, right? So this program will connect to the database. So it needs connection object. Okay, it needs connection object. So what connection object we are doing now? I am creating a connection object with this database. I'm specifying the SQL, user ID, password, and I'm creating a prepared statement. In this prepared statement, I'm using a insert SQL query, and I'm setting these values. This first question mark indicates the first question mark value. So that means whatever the value that is coming from student object. What is get student ID? Get student ID is 450. I'm setting here student set student ID, right? Whatever the value that I'm setting here. So that is coming here. So that means this first question mark will take 450 value. $450 value. Next, the second question mark will take. The second question mark will take Ravi Kiran. Ravi. Right? That is because it is first name. Student.get first name. Now, when it says student.get last name, it is Ravi Kiran. And when it says student.get email, this is the fourth question mark. That is this value. Now, when I say execute update, what will happen now? It will connect to the student table. So it will connect to the student table, or it will connect to the database. And execute SQL and execute the SQL insert statement. We can execute SQL insert statement. Now this is closed. Connection object is also closed. Okay. So prepare statement dot closed, connection dot closed. Why I'm closing? Because after completing this, we have to close it. We should not keep open. After completing the DB operation, we should close connection object and prepared statement object. Prepared statement object. After completing DB operation, we should close connection object and prepared statement. So if we keep open, we'll get memory issues. If we keep open, we'll get memory issues. Right? Okay. See, always execute update. Once this is done, it will return the number of records added. That means if the insert statement successfully gets executed, if SQL statement successfully gets executed, okay. So the records update, records added will be 1. Suppose if it is failure, so records added will be 0. Okay. Now I'm returning that records added. Now let me run this program. I'll see. Okay. I'll just run this program. I know I'll get error. Why? I'll show you. I got an error. You see, no suitable driver found for this. So in my pom.xml, okay, I have to use MySQL. I have to use in my pom.xml. I have to use MySQL driver. Okay, let me add MySQL one. Just one. Just 1 minute. Huh? I'll add this dependency. MySQL connector. If you're using Oracle, you have to use Oracle. If you're using Oracle, it will change. You have to use Oracle driver. Here also you have to use Oracle driver. And you have to change here. Let me run this. So I'll just say int records added. System dot. Let me put here. Here I'll put system dot out dot. I'll copy this. In student DAO class. System dot out dot println records added. So that's all. Now let me now run this code. See, I got recorded as 1. That means I'll check in the table now. See, Ravikiran got added. See, Ravikiran got added. You see? Okay, let me now do one example. In my student, I'll also add one more, I'll say string attendance percentage. Okay. Here I'll say double. I'll generate source generate getters and setters. Now, in my main program, I'll say student dot set attendance percentage. So for Ravikiran, I'll give say 0.95. That means 95%. And in my service class, what I'll do, here I'll check the condition. Only if student percentage add that admit into my class, get attendance percentage greater than 0.6%. Then only I'm calling this. What I'll say is input record added equal to 0. I'll say record added equal to 0. Return record added. You understood what I'm doing here? Only if the attendance percentage is greater than 0.6, I am admitting into my database. When the student is admitted to my database, means I'm giving admission. So suppose I'll start one more. Said Samir. So you are also a sincere student. Huh? Okay, let me see here. I'll just what I'll do is, I'll create one more student object. See, now Ravikiran is done now. I'll do now for 500. Okay, so first name I'll say Arif Basha. So Arif, I'll give percentage attendance as 55%. Okay, so then Syed Samir. I'll give as 65%. Right? Now we'll see whether, now what I'm doing now, you see, run this program. See, for Arif Basha, 0. Why? Because percentage is 55% attendance. In my service class, what I'm doing, only if it is greater than 60% only, I am calling this DAO class. So only if percentage attendance greater than 0.6%, oh sorry, 0.6, then add in database. Now, here since it is 55%, right? So this condition is false. So therefore, this is not getting executed. Records added will be 0. So 0 will be written here. But for Syed Samir, 65%. So 65% means it is greater than, this is greater than 60%. This is greater than what got added, you see. Everyone understood what is the logic that I am doing here? So very good. I will add a few more sincere students' names. Okay, I'll put now 535. Gayatri. Okay. Then so percentage of attendance will be 95%. Next. Suresh. Suresh P. 585. So attendance I'll put some 80%. I'm just adding few more students. Sanjay. Sanjay also P only. I'll say 670. So I'll say percentage 75%. Right? Now all students is 75%. Now I'll now see. So run as Java application. So we got actually the records. Now what market is doing is one question, right? Good. Now we developed this logic, right? We developed this logic now. This is our business class. Now we want to write the test code for this. I want to write a unit test code testing this method. Testing this method of this service class. Where I will write, here I'll write. I want to write the student service test. I want to write here. At the rate test. Public void. Student service test. So I want to test now. I want to now test this method. So test actually add student method of student service. Student service class. So shall we see tomorrow then? So tomorrow I'm going to test this method. I'm going to test this method. Right? So then you'll see what Marketo is doing. I have another session. So tomorrow I'll be telling. Okay. So now you understood what is a business method, right? So tomorrow, see, by the time you might have understood. Already yesterday I told Marketo. What Marketo is C test class. I created a mock object and tested, right? The same thing here also will do the same thing. Here also will do the same thing. Yesterday I already told, right, Marketo what, so the same thing here, but in a different way. But the difference between yesterday's program and this program is, in yesterday's program, we don't have any database logic or anything. But in today's program, we are having database logic. And when we test this method, so there is a possibility of adding the test data here, not the real data. Okay. So that is what actually I'm going to tell this. JUnit and Marketo difference. Just watch my recorded videos. Okay, just watch my recorded videos. Okay. So that is the reason I request everyone to be sincere to my classes. So tomorrow we're completing Marketo, and you are asking now what is the difference between JUnit and Marketo. All right then. See, don't come to class just for time pass. Come with a passion to learn. So that is what I suggest. Just don't come for time pass. Come for a passion to learn. Then only you will succeed anywhere. So tomorrow we are completing the Marketo. So now you are asking the difference between JUnit and Marketo. Right? So watch my recorded videos once again. Watch my recorded videos once again. Why we are going with Marketo, I told very detailed actually. Well, very slowly I told actually. Just watch my recorded videos. Okay, so don't say, what I suggest is everyone come with a passion to learn the course, any course you go. Okay, just don't come for time pass. And even what I observed is when I'm telling something, I'm getting so many charts like Google Classroom link. See, concentrate on what I'm telling actually. Concentrate on what I'm telling. See, Google Classroom link you will get from admin, or you'll get recorded videos. See, whatever I'm telling, focus on what I'm telling. Don't get deviated, and when I'm telling in between, don't ask questions like Google Classroom link or this link or this video link, recorded video link. So concentrate, focus on what I'm telling. Otherwise, you'll not understand. Okay, otherwise you'll not understand. Okay. So this is a second tool, Marketo. We completed. So those who joined yesterday, just take recorded videos and watch it. Okay, then. See, everyone, I suggest, what I suggest, yeah, this tools course is for full stack Java development course. And full stack Java development should know JDBC. Without JDBC, full stack developers is not a course at all. If JDBC is not known means then it is not a full stack Java developer course. So JDBC is compulsory. So that is the reason I explained very slowly. See, though I did not tell about the JDBC details, but whatever the program that I wrote, I explained as per only the program requirement. So where did I get dependency for Oracle? So you go to your Maven, you can see Oracle dependencies. Okay, go to your Maven, Oracle JDBC Maven dependency. So here you can go. Here you can just say, here you can use this dependencies. Take this dependency for Oracle. So take this dependency. For MySQL, I think I'm using this one. MySQL, this one. Okay. See, always I suggest, when I'm explaining the class, take a paper and pen. See, always have a paper and pen, sit before the laptop, whatever I'm telling, note it down. That will make you to learn more effectively. How much you do the hard work, that much you will succeed. Don't relax, actually. Okay, don't relax. Okay, then. So we'll see tomorrow then. Thank you all. Okay, thank you all. So see you tomorrow then. Thank you.